Hello and welcome to the Amy
And Kyle.
Adventures podcast, also known as the AK podcast. Oh, sorry about that.
Frog in the throat.
Got a frog in my throat. I've not got a cold, but hopefully I'm not coming down with one, Kyle.
Why are you feeling like you are?
No, but my throat's really dry, but I think it's because I've just had some peanut butter.
Oh.
I'm sorry about that. This is the podcast where we talk about all things marriage, mental health, and the key thing, cycling. Kyle's here, sat with his buzz cut still. Mm-hmm. It's actually grown a bit since last week.
Actually, yeah, it's quite a lot, actually.
Yeah. He's just got back from work, so we've actually not spoke to each other, really, since you got back from work. So how was your day today?
A very busy day, but a productive day, meaning that I've got an easier tomorrow I'll be busy, but it means I'll have an easier Friday.
Have you been on any roofs today?
I have actually, yeah.
How many?
Just the one. The one that I've built myself.
Do you ever nearly fall off a roof?
I had a close shave today, but I wasn't going to tell. I never tell you about these things.
Oh,
I have actually fell off a roof before.
Really?
Through a roof, rather.
What?
So do you know when...
When I was with you?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me?
I probably did, and you probably
No,
went,
you did
stop
not.
being dramatic.
I think
probably.
I would know if you'd fallen through. This is what I don't get. Surely you're my husband. You meant to tell your wife things like this.
Right, picture the scene anyway.
It's quite a big life event.
On a building, on a house, usually you have gable ends, which are like the triangle bits at the top of your house.
Right.
The roof had gone on, and we built the gable ends, and you have to, I'm going to bore you with detail, point the blockwork, whatever. So you climb on the roof trusses, which are the wooden structure.
All of this is gobbledygook to me. You're on the roof.
I'm explaining the wooden structure of the roof.
Right.
I'm stood on that.
So there's no tiles on the roof?
No.
So what you stood on?
On the wood.
What, and there's a gap in between?
In between every one, yeah.
So you can see the floor?
Yeah.
Right.
See down to the next floor, down.
But there's an upstairs?
Yeah, upstairs, yeah.
Okay.
But still quite a substantial drop. And I was pointing up my blockwork, and two of my friends, who were also my labourers at the time, were looking, chatting away, and they said all they saw was my head disappear, and I basically fell between the two roof trusses, hit my ribs on the side of the truss, and fell between onto the floor below.
What injuries did you get?
Luckily, not too, well, I was very sore, put it that way.
That's what I mean, because I don't know
grazed all my side.
You did not tell me about that.
Well, this is... Well,
How
this
long
was,
ago was
in
it?
fact, this reminds me, this is when you was in your prime low moments.
Oh, I was having pure breakdown,
And it was during COVID when I was working on a little building site.
Oh, so maybe you didn't want to tip me over the edge.
No, so I probably didn't tell you a lot of stuff back
No,
then.
probably I was already worrying about everything. I didn't need to be worrying about you falling through a
There
roof.
might have been, if she was paying attention, she might have been limping and holding me ribs a bit, but...
I don't even remember that. I think I was in my own...
Yeah, so I fell through
world.
a roof.
But today you nearly fell off as well.
Yeah, well, I've actually built a flat roof on this extension that I've done. I was putting some membrane on to stop any water getting in.
Yeah.
And obviously, there's no barrier on the edge of the roof. I nearly slipped on the membrane, and obviously there's nothing at the side apart from you just go over the side. I nearly slipped, and it did shake me up a little bit.
Please don't fall off a roof before around the world. You can fall off one after.
I'm nearly done on the roof now.
Do you wear a helmet? Oh, jeez, what's that?
That's my timer for my sourdough.
Your sourdough. Oh, we've got an update. I think we told you last week that Kyle has been making sourdough.
Yeah.
One's called Pepe and one's called Sal. And today is the day they're going to get
In
baked.
fact, that's quite funny because I've got to add a little bit of sal
What's Sal?
into them both.
What's Sal?
Salt in French, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember that from Tour de
So
France.
tonight we're going to have fresh sourdough. I don't know why, but when we say sourdough, we don't say sourdough. We say, how do you want to do it?
Sourdough.
Sourdough. I don't know why. We just do.
Although I have been looking at the process.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, you just whack it all together now and then let it do its thing. Do you know, like a normal loaf? You whack it in the ironing board, let it grow a bit and bang it in the oven. So now it's saying, once I've not added my starter in yet, which was the alarm. That's what my alarm was for.
Yeah.
Apparently, once I've done that, I've got to leave it for 30 minutes, then go to it and stretch and fold it. And then another 30 minutes later, stretch and fold it again. Then another 30 minutes, coil fold, whatever that means.
Well, you're not going to be able to do that, Kyle.
And then
We've got a turbo
another
session
13
today.
minutes, you've got to do another coil fold.
Well,
And
I think
then-
it's not going to work out because we've got 40 minutes of this, then we're on Rouvy for a mood-up ride with everyone. So how are you going to do that?
And then I need a 40 to 50% rise from the former things before I bake them.
Why don't you just go down to the local bakery and buy a loaf?
Yeah, but this is good. I'm going to
It
be
is gonna
so
be good.
proud of this.
Yeah, so that's not going to get folded at the correct times, but hopefully it'll
I'm
be
a
okay.
bit funny when it comes to things like that, though, aren't I? I
What
like
do you mean?
making things myself.
I love making homemade stuff. I've got my homemade granola over there. Homemade bites in the freezer. We're basically going to be, what's it called?
Sufficient.
Self-sufficient. The only thing we need now is a veg patch.
I'm just weird when I get my little obsessions. Like I look after my tree. I make sourdough.
You've got your tree in the lounge, you've got your sourdough. And I love the word veg patch. Say it like that, Kyle.
Patch.
Veg patch. But we can't have a veg patch until after Round the World because it will all die. Mm-hmm. But after we get back from Round the World, maybe not, well, that's going to be September, so it'll be winter. But next year, I want a veg patch. Yeah. I'm going to grow potatoes, carrots, all the different veg, basically. But considering I can't keep a cactus alive, I don't have much hope for it. But we'll try.
This is basically why I've took on the role of sourdough man.
Yeah, and plant keeper liver. Maybe we could have a veg patch. You can look after the veg and I'd cook with them.
Because Amy does get very bored with it. She likes the ideas and then she does get very...
I get these ideas that I'm going to do all of
erratic.
This. And then I get all the stuff for it. And then a week later I think, actually, I don't want to do that. But there's certain things I do stick with, like my granola. I make that every week because I love it. I make my snacks every week. But I've been doing that for years. So it has to become an ingrained habit.
Also, just a quick mention.
Yeah.
I've been harnessing these little sourdough starters.
You have?
Amy comes round to me and she goes, I'm not that bothered about a sourdough.
No, it's because...
I'm thinking, I wouldn't have bothered doing two because it's a lot of work.
Because it looked like a lot of effort and I felt bad and I was like, I'm not that bothered if I don't have one.
It's a bit late now. I've been harnessing that for a couple of weeks.
I will enjoy it with my peanut butter on because I do love sourdough. But anyway, I feel like we've kind of, we've said this podcast is about marriage, mental health and cycling and we've just been waffling on. But we do have an update from last week. I know we said we'd let you know. I'm sure everyone's been on the edge of their seats waiting to find out, did Kyle's van pass its MOT?
It did.
It didn't, actually.
It did?
Well, it did after we paid £900 for the stuff that needed doing.
That's because my granddad's friend, who is the mechanic, he always checks my van before he puts it through the MOT because... What's the point in doing the MOT if then it fails?
Yeah, so it passed, but we needed to pay a lot of money. But, it's passed.
But it's usual maintenance stuff.
But in terms of cycling updates, we actually did no cycling this weekend, which was a rare occurrence for us because we went to Centre Parks. And it actually, I think it's been quite good for us to have a break, to be honest, from it. I know it's only been 2 days without it, but normally on a weekend we'll do one really long ride on a Saturday and a medium long ride on a Sunday. Because we've only got 3 months till we go around the world, which is only... Is that like 11 weekends? Oh, jeez. That is not long. But anyway, so we were at Centre Parks. Kyle went running.
It forced me into a run.
Twice.
Back to back. So I did a run with your mum first, didn't I?
Yeah, you did a run with my mother.
Which was going to be my tester.
That was 5k? No, 6k.
6.6k.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, no, it was 6k.
Yeah.
The first run with your mum. Very nice. Chatting away to your mum went very quick. And then my second run was 6.6k, a bit faster, and I felt good.
So you're going to be a seasoned runner now, are you?
I'm going to start incorporating it weekly.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to do a run tomorrow.
Don't go and injure yourself, please.
No, only small.
I'm doing a run tomorrow. Do you want to run together?
No.
Why not?
I don't know why you keep asking me, because you're always going to know the answer. What? I have run with you before.
Why don't you want to run with me?
Because you just put too much pressure on.
What do you mean?
And she does get annoyed when you can't keep up.
When has that ever happened? Be serious. Have I ever been annoyed?
It's probably more me getting annoyed that I can't
I've never
keep up.
ever been annoyed at anyone can't keep up with me running. I seem to remember the story of us running together.
I think it was me that was annoyed.
I run next to you because you're slower than me, but I'm totally fine with that because I always think, if you're running with someone slower, you set yourself up for that. You can always run slower. You can't expect someone to run faster than they can run. But I remember I really enjoy running with other people, so I was just running slow next to you. But I could tell you were struggling, so I kept going, like, you're doing really well. I kept being a bit motivational and saying, like, oh, we've only got 2k left, or like, oh, we've gone quite quick. And you used to go, stop talking. I don't find that helpful. Yeah, but really miserable, actually.
I think it's because when you've probably seen it on YouTube or when I've done turbo sessions, hard sessions before.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk. I want to be in the zone.
But why do you run
and
with my mum then?
And it's nothing personal to do.
You can run with my mum.
Yeah, because she's slower than me.
Oh, okay.
Because that's easy for me then.
Right.
Because when I'm doing a hard session and someone's trying to talk to me, it's like...
So I'll run on my own
away.
then.
Following those runs, I had a bit of good news as well. Didn't get the phone call from the doctors, but I checked my NHS online.
For anyone that doesn't know, Kyle injured his knee last October.
On the way to Prague.
Fell off on a tram line while cycling. Really excruciating pain all through October, November time, and slowly been getting better to now you're not feeling any pain.
It took ages.
But you had a scan, didn't you, in January?
January the 3rd.
And he's got the all clear.
Yeah, so I checked my results, clicked on the thing, and it said normal, all good.
So you got the green light for around the world.
Yeah, so that was really nice.
I'm really happy about that.
Puts it out the back of my mind.
Yeah. But yeah, we didn't do any cycling this weekend, but last week I actually went down to London for 2 days. Well, not London, Fleet, which is near London. And I did 2 talks at bike shops. One for Pedal Heaven, which I don't know why. But my brain's really weird. Every time I saw the sign, I said Pedal Haven instead of Heaven.
Yeah, but I did that.
And I didn't say it in front of anyone who worked there, but I said it in front of Ed Clancy, gold Olympic medalist, who I was doing the talks with. And I don't know if he noticed I'd said it, but then he dropped into conversation. He was like, he said Pedal Heaven in a conversation. And then I was like, oh yeah, it's Pedal Heaven. I don't know why I've been calling it Pedal Haven. Anyway, I did a talk there, and then I did another talk for amy.cycling, which is a women's cycling group. And apparently Bia is like a Greek god, B-I-A. Of I don't know what they said now, I can't remember, but it was a Greek god of something like not giving up and all that sort of stuff. So I quite like that. So I did 2 talks, but it was a bit stressy because we were going to Centre Parks the next day. So I stayed over the first night, and then the second night I drove home, and this is my blip of the week. So every week we always say one thing we've done that's really silly. So my blip of the week is I thought, right, I'm going to drive home tonight because I get home, then in the morning we're going to Centre Parks and I've got a training session to do before we go. So I can't drive home in the morning. The traffic will be less tonight, so it's all good. Driving home down the M6, I think it was, not my idea of fun. I left at 8:15 and it should have been a 2-hour, 25-minute drive. So I should have got home at 20 to 11. And I thought, that's not ideal for me, but it'll do. And I hadn't had any dinner yet either, so I was a little bit hungry. And I did eat quite a lot of Rivitas in the car. Anyway, driving down, I thought, right, my petrol's a bit low. Then the motorway closes. So we all got diverted off, luckily, past a Tesco. So right, I'll go into the Tesco, fill up my fuel. Pull up at the Tesco, and it's one of those ones where there's pay at the pump and a manned kiosk. But the manned kiosk was all shuttered off, no one was there. So oh, it's all right, I'll have to pay at the pump then. So I get out the car and think, right, I've just realised something, I've not got my debit card with me. All I've got is Apple Pay on my phone, which luckily I've now set up, because for years I didn't. I've only set it up last week, so I feel all, new with it. So I hold my Apple Pay thing by the pump, and it just doesn't let me do it. It's just like, you can only put a card in, it doesn't work for Apple Pay. And I was like, so I started panicking, because I was like...
Do you have no contactless bit?
No contactless. Contactless wasn't allowed. It was only insert the card. So I was like, what the hell am I going to do? I've got hardly any fuel left. I don't know where I am. And I've not got a debit card. Then this other car pulled up, and a nice man, I was like, excuse me. And I realised I never normally have cash with me, but because I've been selling books at the talks, I had some cash. So I was like, if I give you £20 in cash, can you fill my fuel up for me with your card? And he was really nice and he did it for me. So he saved me.
First thing I said to Amy is, who doesn't carry the card with them at all times?
Well, I've lost my debit card. I've not told you that yet.
Well, you sort of hinted at it, which doesn't surprise me with you.
Also, the other blip of the week is I broke the towel radiator in the bathroom.
Yeah, Amy had a shocker of a week. I was going around fixing things, and Amy was like, oh, by the way, I think I've broke the towel radiator. I mean, what do you mean you've broke the towel radiator? She's only gone and pulled the screws out the wall.
Can I just say, in my defence, all I did was pull my towel off the radiator to have a shower. As I pulled my towel off, the whole thing came off the wall. Must have been an
aggressive pull.
It might have been an aggressive pull, maybe. I don't know. Maybe I was in a rush.
I didn't fit the towel radiator, in fairness.
No.
So...
But yeah, and then my trip home from London should have taken 2 hours 25. It took 3.5 hours. I didn't get home till midnight. Absolutely starving, because not only was there one motorway junction, there was junction closure. There was 2 motorway closures. Got home, hadn't had anything to eat, so then I was really craving some peas. So I had a bowl of peas and some peanut butter on toast, and I went to bed. And then I got up at 6 the next morning to do a session, which I did do, but I felt very tired. And I was ready to relax at Centre Parks.
Yeah, it was a nice weekend, wasn't it?
Have you had any blips this week?
I don't have blips.
Oh, really?
No, I can't think of any.
Well, your buzz cut's growing a little bit now.
I need to cut it again soon, I think.
Oh, geez, you're going to have to go to the hairdressers even more. How much does it cost the time?
It's less, because they just whack
really?
it off, don't they?
What, they charge you less? They charge you less to cut off more?
They don't charge it on quantity.
Yeah, but if you have a
less... Yeah, but it's easy, isn't it? Because normally they have to trim the top with scissors. And
so how much do they charge you for a buzzy? Buzz cut?
I don't know. 12 quid.
How much do they charge you for your normal cut?
25.
Geez, definitely get a buzz cut. Saving up. Saving up for around the world. Anyway, talking of around the world, Yeah, we go on the 1st of May, so it's not long at all. But yesterday, I finally finished double checking through every single day for potential gravel, where we can stop for food, all of that sort of stuff. So this week or tomorrow, I'm sending in all of the GPX files, which is going to take forever, to a lovely guy who does Follow My Challenge, and he's going to put them onto a website. Hopefully it'll be out by the end of March, and then you'll be able to see exactly what route we're going to do. And if you want to come out and cheer us on, or even ride with us for a little bit, there's no rules on you riding with us as long as you ride behind us, because we don't want any help drafting. Then people are welcome to. But do you want me to do a quick run through of where we're going? Really quick, so people can know. Not every day, just the countries. So we're going to start off 1st of May from Derby down to Portsmouth. We are going via Pedal Heaven.
We're doing countries.
Yeah, I'm just saying the UK bit, because a lot of people listen in the UK, sorry. We are going via Pedal Heaven on the 2nd of May. We have got 111 miles that day, and the ferry's not till really late, so we will be able to hang around there if anyone wants to see us. Then we've got France, Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Serbia, Bulgaria, Turkey, Georgia. Then we fly from Tbilisi in Georgia to Perth. I don't know why I'm talking in this voice, but it feels like I should be. Then we've got Australia, of which we go through Perth, a place called Jerramungup. I'm just going to do random places. A place called Medora. A place called Adelaide. You might know that one, Kyle. A place called Melbourne. And then we end up in Brisbane. Then we fly from Brisbane to Invercargill in New Zealand. Then we have New Zealand. We end up in Auckland. We fly from Auckland to Alaska, aka Anchorage. If anybody listens to this podcast knows anyone in Alaska who lives in Anchorage, please tell them to email me. We might need some help at the airport when we get there with sorting out a bike service and things like that. So amy.cycling.adventures at hotmail.com if you want to help out.
And it would be appreciated.
It will be appreciated. Then we've got Alaska, Canada. From Canada, we go all the way across Canada and we end up in the US of A, and we go through North Dakota. I will do the states if you want, but I'm not very good at pronouncing names, so I'm sorry about this. I think I can't find the tab. But basically, I know that we go through North Dakota. Then we end up down in Kansas City. We go through Elizabethtown, Indianapolis, Dresden, New Philadelphia, all the way down around here. We go through the state of New York.
That means we go through 2 Dresdens on this trip.
Dresden in
Germany.
In Germany as well, yeah. Then we go back up into Canada. We go through Quebec and we end up in Halifax for Halifax Airport. We fly from there to Portugal. Anyone again near Halifax Airport, we need some help there. We need somebody to bring us some cardboard bike boxes if possible, because we can't carry them with us unless we strap them to Kyle's back, but I don't think he'd appreciate that. Then we've got Portugal, Spain, France, and back in England.
Sounds easy, doesn't it?
Yeah, a long trip. 18,000 miles is the minimum it has to be. Cycling 29,000 miles with the flights. So yeah, it just feels more real now that it's all checked and
jotted down.
Yeah, and then I've got a random list on my phone of things we need to order and like our kit list, and it just keeps getting bigger. And like sometimes when I'm walking Chester on a dog walk, I'll just randomly think of something and I'll add it onto the kit list. Like the other day I just randomly thought air horn.
Yeah.
So they want to scare away the dogs. Mirrors for our handlebars, because they will actually be really helpful for like seeing.
Can I get a taser? Is that legal?
You can't get a taser.
Like
what do you want a taser for? I'll have a taser for you when you're annoyed.
I have a stick taser in case the dogs come near me.
I know, we're so scared about the dogs. I'm going to take a mini.
Quite good.
I'm going to take a mini air horn. We can't take it on a flight, but it will get us to Georgia. If anyone wants to bring.
That's the only place we need it.
Will Australia have stray dogs?
I've not. No one said anything about that, and Josh.
Yeah.
My labourer, he's currently there.
Yeah.
And he's not saying anything about dogs.
Okay, so I'm thinking the main areas for stray dogs are going to be like
Turkey and Georgia, apparently.
Turkey and Georgia, maybe Serbia as well.
Apparently, Turkey and Georgia are the worst. Apparently, it's the worst place is meant to be Turkey.
I'm really stressed about it. I wish we could take Chester with us, but Chester wouldn't do anything. He'd just walk away and get attacked.
Yeah.
It's like genuine fear is getting knocked off my bike by a big dog and getting bitten, and then obviously we're going to have our rabies vaccines. We've got our vaccines next Tuesday, so next podcast we can update you on that. My genuine fear is like getting knocked off, getting bitten by a dog, because even if you've got a rabies vaccine, you've still got to go to hospital if you get bitten, obviously.
Yeah, you always have to if you get bitten.
I'm just generally worried about it.
Well, it's pointless worrying about
But
it.
that's my plan. Take a little air horn. If I see any scent of a dog coming near me, I'll be blowing that thing. And also screaming at it, because might scare it away. And then I'll put you in front of me.
I'll throw rocks at it.
No.
If a dog's coming to take my limb, it'll feel the full
I'm not being
wrath.
mean to them, because I think the other thing I've been told is just to stop. Because
Yeah.
they chase you. So if you stop and like give it some bread or like spray a bit of water, it then won't chase you. Because it's like a game. It like winds them up, doesn't it? Like it thinks a game.
We have been chased by dogs before.
Yeah, but it's
in
never.
Ibiza.
Yeah, and it's funny now to think about. At the time, it's like, whoa.
Mind you was laughing at the time.
Well, that's because we were in a big group and I knew that I wasn't going to get it. It was
Because you was out sprinting.
Because I was out sprinting it and I was on the inside. It was this man. It was going up his leg.
But he didn't actually get it.
You ran over a dog once, remember?
Yeah, your mum and dad's house, yeah.
That was really bad. We were basically, me and my mum were at the front and my dad and Kyle, I don't know, you were faffing around with something.
I wasn't.
My dad was faffing around.
I guess who was.
And me and mum were first and my sister, and we were freewheeling down this little hill. It was just on a little country lane in Staffordshire near where we live. And as we were freewheeling down this hill, this little Jack Russell farm dog just ran out barking at us.
Terrier,
nearly knocked us off our bike because it literally ran straight into the side of us. And I don't know how we didn't come off, but we quickly pedaled, went down, and then we were like, oh no. Kyle and Dad are coming next. So we waited at the bottom, but we couldn't see what was happening. We just heard the dog barking really loud.
First it ran out at your dad. Your dad obviously couldn't do a lot about it.
That's the thing,
But then
you can't do anything.
I was right behind your dad, and as your dad got past, then it ran in front of my wheel.
Yeah.
So then I just went into it. But I was lucky not to come off my bike, really, thinking about it now.
Did you roll it? Did you wheel over the top of it?
No, it just hit it in the side and it sort of bounced out of the way.
Oh my God.
And then it just yelped and scurried back into the farm.
But it was okay.
It was fine. It serves it right.
Yeah, and it probably won't do that again. The other thing on my list, I've got bungee cords for attaching extra stuff on top of our tail fin bags. And then I've got a dash chain. Orange ski strap is what Francis Cade has.
Yeah.
So, because I was watching some of his videos. I've got portable speaker on there, so we can have some songs. Mm-hmm. Because I know you love my singing, but we might want to hear some other songs. Also, we are going to make a playlist, aren't we, of around the world songs.
Not that song.
What?
Not
around the world, around the world.
I'm not listening to that for 6 months.
We can have that on repeat the whole time. For the whole 18,000 miles, we'll have that on repeat. I've got on here as well, fly face net.
I feel like you're going to be on repeat.
I've got fly face net. I don't know if that's an essential, but I saw these things. It's like a little net that goes over your face. Because you know how sometimes when you're cycling, there's loads of little midgy flies, and they all go on your face and stuff. Someone told me there's some areas where it's really bad, like in Canada. So I thought if we have them, at least it won't go in your mouth and stuff. And I'd love to see you in one of them just for the photos and the laughs, to be honest.
It wasn't me who put it on my list.
Well, I'm going to put you in one. Oh, I've got a paintbrush for cleaning the chains, because that's a really important one. See?
Yeah.
Because I was reading a book, and in Serbia, sometimes they literally, obviously it's what currency do they have in Serbia actually?
Not a clue. Is it euros?
But you can't pay in cash at a lot of places. You can't pay on card at a lot of places, so you need cash. But that's really hard because it's we're only in Serbia for, let's have a look. How many days are we there? We're there for 3 days. So how do you know how much money to get out for just 3 days? And you don't want to get out too much because then you're just stuck with this money you're not going to use. And you don't want to get out not enough because then you're stuck.
Well, we'll just make a good go at spending it and then give it to an homeless man, whatever changes.
Yeah, we can give it to someone as a treat at the end. But yeah, so that's the update on Round the World planning. It's starting to feel more real now. How are you feeling about it, Kyle?
Chilled. Pretty chilled, to be fair. I'm not even nervous. Just, you get on your bike and you ride.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm in the mindset of there's nothing you can't really overcome.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always think about the worst, and obviously you have to be prepared for that. Like all various things that could go wrong.
Yeah.
Of course you have to think about that, but I think ultimately, the best mindset to go in is there's nothing you can't get over.
Yeah.
And you sort of just, at the end of the day, it's the same sort of simple format that you just get on your bike and you pedal. And you just do that repeatedly. And we're going to be tired, we're going to ache. It's not going to be easy. But if you simplify it all down, that's what we've got to do. And
yeah.
And
obviously we want to raise as much money for the charity, and that'll keep us going.
Exactly, yeah. So that'll be a big motivation.
Because we're doing it for Shout, mental health charity. I think my kind of attitude towards it is, obviously we have this aim of 150 days. but we'll be happy with 180 or under. But at the end of the day, we don't know what's going to happen on the road, and we don't know if we can achieve that unless we try. But if we don't achieve it, we've got this amazing opportunity to do this massive cycle, and whatever happens, we're going to make really good memories and have a story to tell. And, you know, it doesn't actually matter at the end of the day if we don't break the record.
No.
Like, we've tried, and that's the main thing. And it's about inspiring people to go for things that you don't think you can do. Because in my head, I'm quite a self-doubter. So although like I'm very determined and I know I can do it in my head, there's also a big part of my head that's like, what if you can't? What if? But then I'm like, well, never try, I will never know. So I'm just going to go in with that mindset of it's an adventure and don't worry about what you can't control.
Also, I was thinking it when I was on the way home from work today, and it was actually the thought of around the world, because you do think about it more the closer it gets.
Yeah, so that's all I can think about.
But I was driving home from work today and I was thinking, do you know what a privilege it's going to be to not be doing this mundane drive back from work, and I'm actually just going to be on my bike somewhere. A very simple way of life in terms of it's a basic survival sort of way of life, where you're sort of riding, eating, sleeping. It really does simplify everything, and there's something really nice about that.
I was saying that today. I had to write this blog post for CAMS, who are the main sponsor. They've got like a website and they wanted me to write a blog. And I was saying, like, what I love about going on bikepacking trips is that it just takes you back to your basic survival. Of all you need to think about is getting to your next place, staying safe, eating enough, drinking enough, and getting shelter at the end of the day. Like, it literally takes you back to basic needs of, like, it makes you forget about all the material things at home and like everything that you worry about at home. It just puts a perspective on life, doesn't it? We are just these little dots. There's so much to explore. There's such a massive world out there, and sometimes we can get wrapped up in like little worries about, oh, there's crumbs on the side, or they've got a bigger house than me, and actually none of that really matters. What matters is the memories that we make. But yeah, it does really take you back to that. And also, I think it's just going to be an amazing time that we can spend together, and hopefully we're not going to have too many arguments.
There will be some.
There'll be bound to be some, but, you know, we'll sort that.
Let's see if I can actually finally sleep on an aeroplane.
If
there's going to be one thing that makes me,
yeah,
this is going to be it.
You've never been able to sleep on a plane,
Never.
have you? The longest flight I've ever been on is when we went to Mexico. How many? 8 hours?
Like 11 hours.
11 hours. Was it? I thought it was only 8 hours.
No, it was like 11 or 10.5 on the way or something.
So one of the flights, like when we fly from Australia to Alaska, it's 2 flights and it's going to take over like 25 hours. I don't even want to think about that. That's a stress. Yeah. But yeah, in terms of other news on the bike, I'm actually really happy today because all through the start of January, every single turbo session I was doing, I do 2 hard sessions a week. Thanks, Matt, my coach. Don't know if he listens, but if you do, hi, Matt. Hi, Satan. Sometimes when I'm on the sessions, I'm thinking, Matt, you're really pushing me to my limit here, mate. But the first few weeks of January, I was just being so hard on myself. Every session I was doing, I couldn't hit the power. I just couldn't do it. And it got to a point where I was even on the turbo crying, wasn't I, Kyle? Just 'cause I get so angry at myself when I can't do it. I was like crying. I was like, can't do this. I'm rubbish. I'm never going to cycle around the world. I just can't do it. My legs are heavy. And then I was like, what am I doing? Like, why am I crying on the turbo? This is absolutely ridiculous. I was like, right, I need to stop. I need to have more rest. I need to have some more recovery. Maybe I'm tired. So I did that. I had more rest, reduced my sessions a bit. I had like making sure I was eating enough before my sessions after, and got more sleep, which was the really important thing because I really struggle with my sleep at certain times of the month. And the last 4 sessions I've done for the last 2 weeks, I've managed to hit the power on every single session. And it's just like this morning was so hard. I had VO2 max intervals, which basically consisted of a 3 minute followed by a 1 minute straight away, then a little rest, and then a 4 minute, and then a little rest, and then a 3 minute, then a big rest, and then repeating that again twice, but in different orders. And it was so hard, but I've been trying these like new mindset things where I go on to the session and I'm like, I can and I will, I say that to myself. This weird one where like, I don't know, this sounds really weird, but like I imagine that I'm a robot and like I just do the session. And it just like, I don't know, it's really weird. I'm like, don't feel your legs, you're a robot, it's your job, you just have to do it. And I don't know why, but it kind of helps. And then I use like positive reinforcement. So like when I'm doing the interval and it feels really hard, I'm like, you're doing really well, you're doing amazing. Like think of that next break that you've got, think of the end goal. And then when you get that break, you like just try and breathe slow and deep and get your heart rate back down and then go again. And I think I just went in with a completely different mindset, and also a mindset of if I don't hit the power, it's not the end of the world. Like, it's okay there's no such thing as failure. It's more about learning. Like, for me, I've learned that, maybe I was doing too much at the beginning of the month, or not doing too much, but wasn't recovering properly. I was really busy after Christmas, wasn't getting enough sleep. And sometimes, we put so much pressure on ourselves, but actually all you can do is try your best. But mindset definitely makes a massive difference, because when I'm doing a hard session and I'm thinking, you're not going to be able to do this. Like, at the beginning of the month, I'd be going into a session thinking, there's no way I'm going to do that. I'd look at the session the night before and be like, I can't do that. So I'd already be setting myself up to not complete it. Whereas now I'm looking at it and thinking, it looks hard, but I can do it. Even if I don't believe it, I'm telling myself I can do it. And it's just made a massive difference. So yeah, I'm happy at the minute with my training, and sleep has been really helpful. For somehow I've managed to get a sleep score of above 90, Kyle, for the last 6 days on my Garmin. So quite impressed by that. How's your training been going?
Yeah, good. Feel good. Obviously, I got ill last week, but yeah, not really too much to report. Just being consistent, and yeah. I'm not quite as... You beat yourself up quite a bit, don't you? But
I think you do as well. But maybe more inwardly.
Probably more inwardly than...
Because I can always tell if you like...
you can probably tell if I'm annoyed that I don't feel like where I should be, but... Yeah, probably in my own head, probably.
Yeah.
But no, it's been going well. Feeling good, feeling fitter. Feeling a lot fitter, actually. I've been fully focused. Good. So, no, I'm happy.
In terms of what we've got coming up, we've got a 200k Audax this weekend, so I'm really excited for that.
First organised one in a while.
Yeah. So... that's going to be really good, 200k, other people doing it with us. But Kyle, please don't whip a snap off without me.
Never do that.
You will.
I've never left you.
Apart from on the club ride the other week.
Yeah, but that was a smash fest.
Yeah, and I got smashed. Not with drink, with bikes. Yeah. But finish today's episode. We've not done the moan minute this week, but I've not really got anything to moan about, to be honest.
I think my moan was pretty much the same as last time about people not moving out of the way.
We'll finish off with a bit of a mental health tip. So my mental health tip this week, I was listening to a really good podcast today on Chester's Dog Walk by, Dr. Alex George, Kyle, the one that went on Love Island.
Yeah, you listen to it quite a bit, don't you?
Yeah, so he does a really good podcast called Stompcast, and it's just 30-minute episodes, so it's good if you're going on a walk and you can listen to it. And he had someone on, I don't know who it was, but they were talking about basically like your mindset and being your true self and all of this sort of stuff. And they said something about having a moment of awe, or I think in America they say, oh. In America,
definitely feel like you've overthought that.
Not awe as in like this or that, awe as in like
AWE. Yeah, as in you're in awe of something.
Yeah, in awe of something. But yeah. I think in America they say, it's on the podcast said, but in America they say something different.
Well, let's leave that. We'll leave that to the Americans.
Is it oa? I don't know. Anyway, a moment of awe. It's just basically saying, like, when you're really struggling and you feel like things are getting you down, or you're feeling really stressed, or life's feeling too much, or it could be when you're on the bike and you're going up a hill, or you're at the end of the ride and you're done and you're ready to be at home, but you've still got 20 miles left to ride and everything feels rubbish. That's when we're not thinking about all the good things around us. Like, sometimes it just have a moment of awe, like, look how beautiful the sky looks above you, look how beautiful the trees are, like the way the leaves are blowing, and have that moment of, oh wow, like this is a beautiful place that I'm in, or there's beautiful sky up there, and
be in awe of something.
Yeah, be in awe of something in those moments, and it just brings you out of that negative mindset and just makes you realise actually everything's not bad, we're okay. And I think that's something I'm going to take with me for around the world, definitely, because I think it's so easy on a long trip when we've done bikepacking before, like when I was riding up Tourmalet on Tour de France and I was struggling so much and I was like crying, and you told me to look up and I was like, all I can see is the concrete, and I was really, but I think you have to bring yourself out of that and just look around. And yeah, my other tip is, as Kyle said last week, if you've got a dog, then stroke it.
I'm in awe of Chester.
I'm just stroking Chester now.
Every time I come home from work, this usually makes my day. He says bye to me when I leave the door.
Yeah.
And he always welcomes me home, and that's always quite a nice thing.
I'm just stroking.
And I did say to Amy, me and Amy always used to give each other a kiss greeting when we got home from work.
We still do.
We haven't done it as much in recent times. I said I think it's nice.
That's normally because you come back from the building site stinking of sweat.
Yeah, but I did it today because I thought...
You came and kissed me today, that was nice.
I thought I've missed you.
I think that is really nice. I think in terms of like marriage stuff, like we've been together 9 years now, haven't we?
Yeah.
And like we always message each other in the morning, say we love you, no matter what, don't we? Like you always message me. This morning you messaged me saying, "Have a good day, gorgeous. I love you."
You don't need to air a dirty laundry.
But it's nice.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing that makes a relationship good is like you have these little things and it can be easy to forget to do them. But, you know, like just going and giving each other a hug or a kiss when you get in is just a nice thing to do. And it makes you feel loved and, you know.
And I think Jess is waiting for you.
Because no matter how much we argue with each other and have little tiffs, we do love each other. Are you going to kiss me every day at the end of the round the world route?
Oh, no.
Every day. The more smelly I get.
Oh, no.
There'll be no action for however many days we do it for.
Yeah. Minimal contact.
Yeah, minimal contact. Right, anyway, thank you so much for listening. You can listen on, if you're listening on Spotify, please give us a little subscribe. If you're listening on YouTube, you can also give us a subscribe if you want to, but you don't have to. But yeah, hopefully it's been interesting listening to us waffle, and we'll be back next week with an update on how the 200k's gone and everything else we've been doing. Hopefully Carl might have had another buzz cut.
Hopefully.
Well, I like it. When you were going down the rapids at Centre Parks, I was like, who's that luscious man? Oh, it's my husband.
Stop it.
But you popped your head out of the flume.
Enough of that, because I've got to crack on with my sourdough again now.
Although you were nearly drowning because you can't swim.
No, I wasn't.
Right, thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Goodbye.
Ciao.
Au revoir.
Touchy.
Ooh, my hamstring.